trend in marketing we want to talk about today is substance over slickness.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a tradition. Well, first of all, I'm Paula Williams.
And I'm John Williams.
And we are ABCI, and ABCI's mission is
to help you folks out there in the aviation world sell more of your products and services.
Right. I hope that they can spell their products and services. Some of them have interesting spelling, so that's a whole nother podcast. Is product
easy for me to say.
Exactly. There is this tradition in the aviation industry that everything has to be slick and glossy and perfect and fabulous.
Well, with the jet age, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you the J3 Cubs weren't.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't slick by any means
Mm-hmm.
or stretch of anybody's imagination. Having learned to fly one when I was 14, I can tell you they are kind of rough.
Okay. Well, you look at some of the traditional marketing for the aviation industry, and you've got the beautiful Art Deco posters from Pan Am.
Oh, of course.
And you've got the image of the Gilded Age of aviation and the Gilded Age of aircraft. And, that's fantastic. And then you fast forward to today, and, you go to some of the shows like NBAA, and you see these beautiful booths, people in suits, everybody has perfect teeth, everybody has not a hair out of place, and it makes people crazy. Our clients and us, of course, we're not perfect people by any stretch of the imagination. None of our videos is perfect. I can tell you that for a fact. Every one of them has something wrong with them that I wish was better. Right? So I think a lot of people come into paralysis because they feel like if they're doing advertising in the aviation industry that it has to be slick and glossy and perfect. So there are 3 reasons why that is not true. Okay. First of all, not everybody in the aviation industry is that VIP market, right?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Second, even the VIP market has changed from what it was to what it is now. And the third thing is even your high net worth and ultra high net worth people are just people, right?
Yep.
Okay. So first of all, most of the industry is actually MROs, B2B businesses, things like that, where they're looking for hard data and transparency, and they actually value that over the beautiful glossy image. They don't care what your logo looks like. They care whether you can do what you say you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
They care about your reputation. They care about who else you're working with. They care about whether they can depend on you and sleep at night knowing that their order is going to be in on time and that the parts are going to be quality and that the service is going to be what they expect.
Or that you get paid on time.
Exactly. So, all of those things are 1,000 times more important than having the right pop of color on your logo, right? I mean, I'm not disparaging logos because we do logos for people. But the point is, I think a lot of people will put way too much emphasis on that and way too little in conveying the hard data and the customer experience. And a good testimonial is worth 1,000 little pops of color in your logo, right?
And sort of an aside or a sidebar to that,
Mm-hmm.
when you're putting together marketing or any kind of campaign, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's better to have it not quite perfect and on time than to have it perfect and be it late.
Right. And I think this is why a lot of people do less advertising than they would like to, is because they are afraid to produce something. And so, we've worked with a lot of companies that when we started working together would put things through review cycle, and never, ever, ever get it out into the world where it's doing some good. And, that just causes you to spend more money. Your competitors are gaining traction. You're missing opportunities for shows or, sales presentations that you could have had this material ready for. So, speed sometimes trumps perfection.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to put crap out there, but you do want to get something out there and get it out there now.
Right. Okay. Now I'm talking to the people who are in the VIP market. The VIP market has changed, right? We are not selling to the Kardashians. We are selling to self-made business people. They are regular folks.
Yeah.
They are, they don't want gold-plated lavatory fixtures. They just want to get where they want to get there quickly, and they value convenience over luxury.
Yeah.
So I would say the new luxury is now convenience, right?
And time.
And time. And that kind of probably shifted because of the pandemic, I think, in a lot of ways. People started to value, you know what, we can live without the mohair suits and all that other stuff. And, everybody's wearing business casual stuff and things, and the world didn't end, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think people have figured out, what, we could take our level of luxury down a notch, but what we can't live without is convenience.
And time.
And time. That's the one thing we can't make more of. I think everybody realized that when they figured out, you know what, we're in a situation where we have to make a choice, between option A and option B, and option B is always, or option A is always your family and time with your family and, financial security for your family and, all of those kinds of things, as opposed to some of the glitz and glamour and beautiful things that are maybe things we could do without, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. And then the third thing is that high net worth and ultra high net worth people are just people. And we've talked with a lot of junior salespeople in our courses and in other opportunities where they kind of freeze up when they realize that the person that they're talking to is making millions or billions or
right.
more. And, they kind of feel like, well, I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to call them. I want to make sure that everything I do is perfect because this person makes so much money. It doesn't matter how much money they make. They are still just people, and they still just need things done. And they understand that you're a human being, and so are they. You're going to sneeze. They're going to sneeze. A lot of things are going to happen that, people expect people to be at a different strata, and that's just not reality, right?
No, those that are so rare and far between that you ignore that.
Right.
Outliers.
In fact, a lot of the people that we work with who are the most wealthy are also some of the most humble, pleasant, fun to hang with people that we've ever met. So, you need to get over that stratification, I guess, of society and realize that they're just people, same as you. They need things done, same as you. You wouldn't do anything differently with them than you would with any other person you respect, and, you value their time as much as you would anybody else's.
Of course.
Right. So, okay. Substance over slick. That was kind of the theme of this episode. Thing number one, MRO, B2B, so forth and so on, make up the bulk of the money in the industry. And they value hard data and transparency over beautifulness, right?
True.
2, even VIPs value convenience over gold plating.
True.
And 3, high net worth and ultra high net worth people are just people.
They're just people, and they like to be treated mostly like that.
Exactly. Right. So there are exceptions to every rule, but for the most part, that's absolutely true.
Exactly.
Okay. Have a great week. See you next time.
See you next time. Ciao.
You can fly high.